Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Cheenu Sharma. So today I'm really excited to bring you one of the most requested videos on legal research and writing. So this is an essential part of the NCA qualification process. Whether you are just starting out or looking to sharpen your skills, this video will walk you through the key aspects of legal research and writing. So now, without wasting any further time, let's dive right in. Okay, so now as we begin, it's crucial to understand that every assignment has several core components that you should never miss. So here, under legal research and writing, the first is research objective. So this sets the foundation for what you are trying to accomplish. You must be clear about questions you are answering. Next are the facts. Without a clear understanding of the factual background, your entire argument could fail. So you have to be very clear. I would suggest by heart you should understand all the facts. Then third is ensure that you identify and articulate legal issues or questions you are researching. So once you know the issues, then dive into the relevant laws or research. This is where you gather supporting statutes, case laws, articles. So now once you are done with all these things, then you have to move further to fifth part, that is analysis. So analyze it critically. So this step is about making sense of your findings, linking them to your facts and issues, making parallel connections. Then move towards conclusion, which must tie back to your objective. So it should be answer to your objective. And finally, think about the next step. Sometimes it's recommendations or further research also. And most importantly, communicating your findings or recommendations clearly is key. So an assignment is useless if the person reading it doesn't understand your conclusion. So these are the important things that you should keep in mind while preparing any assignment. It does not matter what type of assignment. So these things are very important. So now moving on to actually doing the work, actually doing the assignment, here are some tips to streamline the process. Firstly, use the templates. So they help organize your thoughts, ensure you cover all the required parts. Second important thing is follow only the official research assessment criteria. All PDFs you will be finding on your portals, LRW portals, and follow the rubric. This way, you will know what's expected of you, so don't go off course. Now when it comes to actual writing, always paraphrase, because this shows that you understand the material. Proper citation is very important. So plagiarism can be a career ending mistake. Keep this note. So whosoever work you are referring to, cite that, give credit to that person. Then there are several common mistakes that can drag down an otherwise great assignment. So one of the biggest is insufficient research. Make sure you dig deep into credible sources. On the flip side, some students do incorrect research or apply the wrong laws. So be very specific with your legal sources, double check their relevance. Discuss it with someone if you are unsure about something. Another issue is spending too much time on research and losing track of the deadlines. Effective time management is critical. Lastly, don't forget the next step, recommendation. I'm emphasizing on this part particularly. So this could be one of the key aspects the assessor is looking for. So do not miss this. So in your legal research and writing course, you will come across various assignments that test your skill. So under this particular course, you will be getting 4 assignments. So the assignment 3 and 4, in these two, you will be assessed. So the research criteria for assignment 3 and 4. So you have to demonstrate overall RC, which is reaching entry level competence. Next is importance of integrity. So one of the most important aspects of completing any assignment is maintaining professional integrity. So in legal practice, integrity is everything. While it's fine to collaborate with classmates or consult tutors, make sure the work you submit is your own. So this is very, very important. Be wary of tutors who may provide you with ready-made answer. This undermine your learning and could be flagged as plagiarism. So make sure that your work is original and reflects your own understanding. So integrity in your work isn't just about avoiding plagiarism. It's about respecting the academic process, developing your own critical thinking skill. So this is very important. Do not miss this. Next is types of assignment. So in your legal research and writing course, you will encounter various types of assignments. So these include advocacy letters, legal briefs, memorandums, opinion letters, and research. Now, let me give you a quick brief on how to approach research for any assignment. So when you receive a hypothetical case, so this is a case that I have prepared just for the reference so that you should understand and be little confident before going into actual research thing. So this is a very short, brief proposition that I have prepared for you. So almost this kind of assignment memorandum you will be getting. So memorandum to LRW student from Cheenu Sharma. Re is the subject. Spousal support dispute, legal framework and case analysis. So these are the facts upon which your whole research will be revolving around. So let's read this. Our client, Michelle Turner, 39, a marketing manager, is currently engaged in a spousal support dispute with her estranged spouse. So firstly, the key word here is spousal support dispute. You are getting this from subject as well as from the very first line. So the couple has been married. So this here you have to keep in mind whether parties are common law spouses, married, separated, divorced, what is their status. So this is very important. For 15 years and has two children aged 10 and 7. So when children comes into picture, one thing you have to keep in mind, if in case you have to decide something related to children, then the key principle is paramount consideration always is best interest. So whatever you think should be in the best interest of children, you have to do your research accordingly. So here they separated 6 months ago. Now their status is separated. Michelle has been the primary caregiver for the children since then. John has recently filed for divorce and is contesting the amount of spousal support Michelle is seeking. So here Michelle is seeking has filed for spousal support amount from John. Michelle earns $75,000 annually while John earns $120,000. Michelle has taken a step back in her career over the years to care for the children, which has affected her earning potential. John argues that Michelle is capable of earning more and should not be entitled to significant spousal support. Michelle, on the other hand, is seeking support that reflects the lifestyle they maintained during the marriage and sacrifices she made for the family. So the proposition is very simple. Now, just go back to the second slide where I've discussed with you 8 core elements. So first was research objective. So here your task is to conduct research on legal principle governing spousal support in Canada, focusing on the factor that courts consider when determining the amount and duration of support. Additionally, for this research, you will have to analyze relevant case laws to assess how the facts of Michelle and John's situation might influence court's decision. So how far you have to research upon things? What's the research scope area? So first is you have to look into the statutory framework, the main legislation. So here it would be Divorce Act because spousal support is directly covered under Divorce Act. I will show you that later on from the official website also. Then go for any other advisory guidelines, any recent amendments. You have to be very sure and your research should definitely include this thing because time to time Canadian government make amendments especially when it comes to family law, family disputes. So one thing that you have to include in your research is to look upon whether there are any recent amendments to this issue or not. So you have to check any advisory guidelines also. Then you have to research for important case laws that are similar to your facts. Then apply all those things to client's situation. So apply principle precedent from your research to Michelle's case. Assess how the court might view her request or spousal support in light of her current financial situation, income disparity, and her role during the marriage. So three factors: financial situation, income disparity, as well as she is the primary caregiver for children. So role during marriage. These three things should decide her case. So assignment requirements. So based upon this proposition, use the LRW research tool template first to summarize your finding. Ensure that you provide a comprehensive analysis of all the things that we have discussed in the previous slide. Brief at least three cases, focusing on their relevance to Michelle's situation. Highlight how the courts in these cases balanced the earning capabilities, financial status, as well as contribution of each spouse. Then recommend. A well-reasoned recommendation is must. Then conclude, and your research and analysis will provide a solid foundation for advising Michelle on her spousal support claim. By understanding legal framework and relevant case law, you will be able to offer a clear, informed perspective on her chances of success in court. Now for the keywords. This is what I have told you, like the basic structure of your assignment. What are things you have to include research upon. But in order to start your research, first page of your assignment will include search terms, which includes the keywords, the one word from where you will start your whole research, including primary sources, secondary sources. So here, based upon this Michelle's case, we all know that the very first important word is spousal support, then divorce proceeding, earning potential, lifestyle during marriage, sacrifices, primary caregiver, income disparity, financial need. So these are the broader keywords. Then you have to refine your search. So primary sources, this will include the direct sources like I told you earlier, legislations, you have to go to federal laws, then you have to see whether any provincial law is applicable or not. Then in your research, you will also have to mention that why you are not following any particular law and why you are following one statute over the other. So you have to give reasoning. Then you have to follow the case law, relevant case, and prepare the case briefs. Under secondary sources, there are few that are recommended by LRW, so you have to follow those only. Like we have Halesbury book, textbook, then we have few important encyclopedias, so you can follow those. Commentaries on Divorce Act, then law review articles and journals. Then also you can find out facts and important information or latest statistics from government and legal organization publications like Department of Justice Canada website. So research methodology, this is important. So identify the legal issue. Like here, begin by clearly defining the legal issue. It should be in a question form. like whether Michelle is eligible to get spousal support or not. Very simple. So spousal support determination in the context of income disparity, caregiving role, then gather primary sources. Once you know what your issue is, then gather primary sources, start with Divorce Act, relevant case law, then review secondary sources. So this is up to you. Whether you want to start your research from secondary, then you want to go to primary, or you want to do your research side by side. So it's up to you, however you feel like. At the end, the only thing that matters is your clear analysis. So use secondary sources to gain a deeper understanding of principles underlying the primary sources. Look for academic sources only. Then synthesize the information. Combine your findings from both the sources to form a comprehensive view. Consider how courts might apply these principles to Michelle's situation. Apply to client's case. So use your research to make informed recommendations. So this is Government of Canada's website, and this is where under Divorce Act you will be getting the provision related to spousal support order. So this is 15.21. So wherever you will be mentioning the direct wording of a provision, in the footnotes, you have to provide reference something like this. So you have to provide footnotes wherever you are referring to a direct quote. So application of 15.2 of the Divorce Act to Michelle Turner's case. So this is spousal support order. Then subsection 2 talks about interim order. So here it is mentioned that application could be filed by either spouse. So like in this case, the provision is saying that application by either spouse. So if Michelle Turner has applied for it, that means this is okay. So the very beginning of your case is fine. You can move to next step. So reasonableness, the court will assess what amount of spousal support is reasonable for Michelle. All the factors like primary caregiver, income disparity, sacrifices she made will be taken into consideration. Then interim spousal support, terms and condition under subsection 3, factors considered under subsection 4. Now, in your analysis, when you will be talking about this subsection, then take the lines, wordings exactly from the fact and put into these subsections and try where you can fit in order to make Michelle's position stronger. Then see if there had been any misconduct by any of the parties. So all these sections will be important. Then you have to conclude. Now, this is my personal recommendation that under next step recommendation suggestion option, wherever you will get something related to family law dispute, try to go for mediation, alternate dispute resolutions. So see if mediation, arbitration, conciliation is possible, especially where children are involved. Because mediation can help both parties reach an amicable, peaceful agreement without the need of prolonged court proceedings. So this could lead to a quicker, less adversarial resolution, preserving some level of cooperation, especially considering their ongoing co-parenting responsibilities. So explore mediation. This could be your basic suggestion in any family law dispute case. So do not miss this point. Then, if mediation is unsuccessful, then suggest the parties to prepare for court proceeding. So now very briefly, I'll tell you how to use LexisNexis basic explanation of this platform. Although you will be getting 2 sessions for free by the tutors when you will be enrolled in LRW course, but here in order to just make you comfortable with the things. So this is how the LexisNexis website looks. Your keyword like spousal support, you have to enter here for Michelle's case. And when you will enter spousal support, these two words, you Just press this search button like this, spousal support, and you will get 10,000 plus cases, and then this is the first case. So now important thing is, here are the secondary material related to spousal support. So you can go to any of these, like any legislations that you want to research upon. So for cases, one thing is important. You cannot add into your research anything and everything that you are getting here. You have to be smart enough to choose which case you want to add into your research. So here you will see a green color. So when you will be clicking on this green color, you will be getting to know that where this case has been cited. So you have to note up your case. So noting up is very important, and this section you will add in your case briefs at the end of your research. So you have to note up whether this case is a good law or is a bad law, whether this case has been followed in some other cases. So for example, what's the exception? Let's suppose there is a case that is from 2024 only. This is obvious that this case might not be getting cited by any other cases because this is a new one. But if you feel like this is related to your facts and this is a good law, then you have to note up based upon your own observation that this is the latest case and I am adding this to my research because I feel like this is directly related to facts of the case. So this is the exception, but otherwise I would suggest you to follow only cases that have been previously cited in some other cases and which are good laws still relevant. So like this shows some kind of warning. So you have to click this and see whether this case has been declared as a bad law, no longer applicable. So here, like you can see, when you click on this, you will get to know that when and where the decision was reversed. So here the red thing shows that the decision was reversed, but it has been followed in so many cases. So just note up these, that in few this has been considered as a good law, in few this has been considered bad law, and what you think and why you have added this into your research. So like sometimes the case has also been referred in few commentaries in textbook. So you will get to know everything. You just have to click on that first button. So like the history of case, citing, commentary referring to the case. So everything you will get to know here. So now just after the cases, you can also go to any secondary material. So these are the secondary materials. So you can follow these commentaries, then you can follow any other guidelines. So I hope this lecture will be helpful for you in your upcoming session of legal research and writing. In case you have any other query, you need any kind of guidance with your research, feel free to send me an email on demystifycanadianlaw@gmail.com, or you can send me a direct message by following my Instagram page, Jurist Journey, NCA Triumph and Canadian Law. I'll be more than happy to help you out. So that's all for today. Thank you and good luck.